A very good morning to all my dear children. I welcome you all to the new session of 2021 and 22. Children, as you know, due to COVID-19 outbreak, we have again switched on to the online classes once again. But don't be disheartened and don't be upset, children. Let us read the lines of this beautiful thought. It says that your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will begin to change. Yes, children, never lose hope. And from day one, we will start studying, right? So now this is the textbook, NCERT textbook that you need to purchase. And the list of the content of the chapters which will be included in physics, starting with light, human eye and colorful world, electricity, and then magnetic effects of electric current. So we have 4 chapters now. So today we will start with chapter 10, that is light, reflection and refraction. And please, after purchasing the book, please make it a habit of reading each and every line of NCERT book because it is very important. Let us begin then, children. The topic light. Now, can you see anything on your screen? Yes, I'm sure, of course not. There is no text, there is no images that you can see. Yes, I'm introducing you the chapter light by showing you that in the absence of light, we cannot see anything, right? So even if a very far distance light in a darkness, we can see that. And the light is a very, very important source of energy, just like we have different other sources like sound, heat. So light is a very important source of energy. And why it is so important? Because it gives us the sensation of vision. It's an electromagnetic radiation that gives us the sensation of vision. Now, based on the type of objects which emits light or not, they are classified as luminous and non-luminous objects. Objects that emit their own light, they are known as luminous objects. We have examples of luminous objects as bulb, burning matchstick, or sun. And for non-luminous object, say the example can be moon. Every day we can see the moon, but it's the borrowed light from the sun, right? We have some more very common examples here, like the textbook that you read. It can be your table or chair, on study table on which you study. It can be your pen, which you use to write. It can be your notebook on which you write your notes. It can be a very common thing as a water bottle also. So we are surrounded by a wide list of so many objects which are non-luminous, right? In your room, in your classroom, everywhere. We find variety of things which are non-luminous. So how do we see these things? We see these things when light falls on them. You can see this dark room, light falls on a particular surface and that part is visible. So non-luminous objects, they do not create their own light. And how do we see them? We see them when light falls on them and that light is reflected back to our eyes. Then only we can see that. So let us now start with the topic reflection. As you can see here, a very beautiful image of a mountain and a beautiful scenery, and exactly the image of it is formed on the lake, on the still calm water. Similarly, we can have another example of this pebble and a flower, and its image is formed on the water again. So it's acting like a mirror, right? So here what happens is the reflection takes place. Now what is a reflection? This you have studied earlier also. When light falls on any surface and it bounces back into the same medium, then that phenomena is known as reflection. So you can see here a beam of light which is traveling from a torch and it is getting reflected. Now diagrammatically we represent it in this particular manner by drawing the lines. As you can see, the incident ray is the beam of light, then it bounces back, known as reflected ray, and the point from where it bounces back, that particular point is known as normal. Okay, the angle which is formed between incident and normal, that is known as incident angle, and the angle which is formed between reflected ray and normal, that is known as reflected angle. So we are familiar with this diagram. Let us now see the types of reflection. Basically, we have two types of reflection, as you can see here: specular reflection and diffuse reflection. Specular reflection, another name is regular reflection, in which the surface is uniform and therefore the light, when incident on that particular surface, it get reflected uniformly. You can see the parallel rays. But that does not happen in diffuse reflection. The surface is uneven or it is non-uniform, because of which when the light falls on it, it gets reflected back but non-uniformly. And most of the things that you see around you is the result of the diffuse reflection or irregular reflection. Otherwise, in specular reflection or regular reflection, we just see the glare. Nothing is visible. So let us recap, children. Today we have studied about light. We have studied about luminous and non-luminous objects. We have studied about reflection, and then we have studied about types of reflection. So this was an introductory class, children. Keep studying, and we'll meet in the next class. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.